Hello everybody, welcome to Frontier Unlocked, the show where we put space travel, dinosaurs and roller coasters all on the same sofa. My name is Rich, I will be your host this evening. Welcome wherever you are in the world. Let's see, who we got in the chat today? There's quite a few people. Hello. A lot of commanders, a lot of salutes. I'm not going to salute this time, I promise. Who have we got? Ooh, that's an interesting name. Matt106, hello. J-Man the Angel, Elvis Kremen. Welcome. I would say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching in the world. Let us know where you're watching from. We love hearing whereabouts you guys have come from to tune in today. Welcome, everyone. It is lovely to see you all. As always, if you are watching on Twitch, by the way, we do have Twitch drops available for you. So if you are watching for at least 15 minutes tonight, you can pick up one of these fantastic paint jobs. The Prestige Purple for the Asp Explorer and for the Federal Assault Ship, which look, they're fantastic. Absolutely love those. Who have we got? Oh my goodness, we've got Poland, we've got Mexico. See lots of names, Germany as well. Welcome everyone. So yeah, if you want one of these drops, make sure you're watching on Twitch, twitch.tv/Frontier for at least 15 minutes and you can pick up one of these fantastic paint jobs. So, coming up this evening on Frontier Unlocked, we have got more from Jurassic World Evolution 3 ahead of its release in October. We've got a quick update about Planet Coaster 2, and we've got a treat in store for the commanders in the chat, as well as our giveaway as per usual. But I'm about to change things up here. It's Christmas for the commanders because you lot are going first. So, hot off the back of the Panther Clipper Mark II making its way to shipyards across the galaxy, we're joined by, I am joined by Chris Gregory from the Elite team. Hello, sir. How are you?
I feel like I should do a salute.
I'm going to leave that to you because you'll probably do it better than I will. If people don't know who you are, would you mind just letting people know what it is you do?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Chris, and I've been art director on a game called Elite Dangerous. Don't know if anyone's heard of it, for about 10 plus years now. My job has involved designing lots of things for the game, but currently, mainly, I'm looking at producing the new ships, designing the new ships, and all things ship related.
Fantastic. So speaking of new things ship, obviously the Panther Clipper Mark II is out in the wild. How has the reaction been from players?
That was a fun one. That's a big ship. It took a lot of time to get ready and to get out. Lots of conversations about what that ship should be to match the fact that it was so anticipated. Such a legendary ship from the old game, but also a ship that we promised about 10 years ago ourselves, and then got a little lax in actually getting out into the players. Well, that's partly because we wanted to find a role from it. From the reaction, I think we have. It's been great to see. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking on the night before we actually release a ship, but the response has been great, and it's been really good as always to see all of the videos, the great screenshots that have been taken by our commanders, and also the news that in terms of paint jobs, the top selling one was Midnight Black, which is always popular, closely followed by Pink. And it's been great to see all those positively pink Panthers.
Yeah, you're not going to be missing that flying around, are you? But obviously, hot off that, it's gone down really well, but do the ships have brakes? There are genuinely no brakes on this train. Because
keeps on rolling.
Yeah, it keeps on going, because last week we shared this teaser, which I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous, this, seeing the lights breaking through the dust. But the dust is clearing. So what can you tell us about this? What is this?
So these images are really fun to put together. It's become a little bit of a tradition where we tease a new ship a couple of days ahead of its full reveal. And it's been great to see all the commanders out there going through almost forensic analysis of this image to try and tease out some details. And as always, although I try to limit what's visible in each image, there's always more to see than I expect, and there's been some great guesses, and some of them pretty accurate.
Really? So, I speak for all the commanders now. What is it? What can you tell us?
Well, it would be a shame to have me on and not reveal it, so I guess let's take a look.
So there we go. The Type 11 Prospector. Can we talk more about it? Is there more? Is there more to say?
We can talk more about it. It would be a shame to cut it short there.
So,
just to say sorry, the clip that you saw there was obviously concept art images, but it's nice, I think, to see the ship in motion and give you a good look at it ahead of us actually getting into game.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so game for this sort of the industrial aesthetic. So, what is the size and the focus of the Type 11?
Absolutely. So it's a medium ship. It is from the manufacturer Lakon. Its focus is definitely, as you might have guessed from the teaser image and the clip that we just rolled, mining related, also the name, of course, Prospector. So it is our first mining specialized ship.
It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, first mining specialized ship in the game. So why now for a mining specific ship, and for players who don't play Elite Dangerous or maybe haven't ventured into mining, what does mining bring to the table in Elite Dangerous?
Got it. So first of all, I guess when we're looking at putting a new ship into game, our designers, Curtis and the team, always work from trying to identify a role that, a hole in the roster that needs filling, basically. And in this case, we felt like it was time to give something out to the miners out there in the game. I have to say that from my point of view, mining is one of my favourite bits of the game. It feels really tactile. It feels visually distinct from the rest of the game. I like flying around in the black as much as anyone, but certainly when you are flying around an asteroid field and you have all of that movement and registration, asteroids flying by you, you've got the fog in there and everything, that feels like a really cool experience. I've always liked that area of the game. Also, you're blasting open mother lode asteroids, you're firing into the surface of them to collect minerals. It's a really, I think, strong element of the game, one I've always really liked. So it's great to be able to give something to the players who also enjoy that.
Yeah. So you mentioned this is a Lakon ship. So we've also got the Type 8 in the game, which is quite a big ship, not as big as the Panther Clipper Mark II, but
nothing is
it's
as
still
big as the Panther Clipper
you can sort of see, like, is this a sister ship, and how is the design language of the Type 8 carried over to the Type 11?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I like to think of it as perhaps its slightly smaller brother. So one of the things that we've been wanting to do with this new wave of ships that we've been doing in the past year and a bit has been to revisit our older manufacturers and their kind of design aesthetic and try and reinvent them a little bit, try and bring them up to date maybe a little, try and define them in new ways. And the first one that we did that to for Lakon was the Type 8. So with this ship, we really wanted to make this feel like it was in that same category. It's also a very industrial, utilitarian ship. It's a miner. So we wanted to make it feel very rugged. When you're flying around, you're blasting open those asteroids, you're trying to navigate through the asteroid field, which is a dodgy proposition at any time. We wanted to make it feel strong and rugged in a way that then also evoked that Type 8. And one thing you might notice is the engines are actually shared from the Type 8. We've got new engine modules at the back, so we've got a different silhouette for the engines on there, but the actual engine configuration is shared. But what we've done is we've arrayed that in a very different style for this ship. And what I like about that, I think, is that for a utilitarian manufacturer like Lakon, it would make total sense for them to reuse and adapt parts from one ship and to have them shared with another. It's just practical.
Exactly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So obviously with Lakon, with the comparisons to the Type 8, but with the Type 11, what about it makes it unique without going sort of too deep into that?
Yeah, so without going into the sort of specification and the intricacies of the design, there are definitely a few things that make the ship unique. One thing would be, you might notice there are a lot of pistons and rams around the engines, and players who know that myself and Simon love to bring a little bit of animation to the ship, different modes and configurations in how the ship looks when it's landed, for instance, or in different use cases. You might imagine that when we actually reveal this in game, there might be a little bit of movement and motion on those as well, which we'll definitely be seeing next time. So that's one very unique thing about it. And the other one is that it's a ship with a off-center cockpit.
Yeah. absolutely.
Yep.
So in fact, actually, Adam, can we see the ship at the front again, if you could? I think it was like 2 images back or something like that. Because I spotted something earlier when we saw this. Yeah, so you've got the cockpit at the front that's, obviously, as you say, it's off-center, but there's like a big hatch next to it. Is that a hardpoint slot?
So that is definitely a hardpoint slot, and as you say, it's next to the off-center cockpit, which, again, we think makes this ship kind of unique. So the hardpoint in and of itself is not just a large hardpoint; it is a large hardpoint that is capable of taking a new type of module. So we're trying to do this on a lot of the new ships to give them a specific function. In the case of this, one thing I can say is that there is a new piece of hardware that can be fitted to that slot that cannot be fitted to any other ship currently. Is unique to this ship, and I think we can take a look at that now.
Look at that. You do not want to be on the wrong end of that one.
No, beware asteroids, I think is the is the watchword. So this is a new piece of mining kit that can be fitted to this ship, and as I say, currently only this ship. And it's been really fun, I think, to get back into designing hardware for the ships rather than just the ships. It's something we haven't done for a little while.
Yeah.
So this is us getting back into providing new tools that can be put onto this ship in particular to allow you to perhaps do a different type of mining. Again, we'll keep that nice and vague, but that's certainly the idea. And with this, again, we wanted it to kind of echo the design of the ship because it is unique to it, so that the two would nicely mesh together in terms of the stylistic kind of touches that we put on there. And also we wanted it to feel super heavy duty, and we looked at a lot of hardcore mining equipment to try and get the look for it, to make it feel like it was almost drill-like in appearance.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really kind of happy with the look of it, and currently the brief for our VFX artists, our sound effects and sound designers and our animators when they're working on this gun is to try and make it feel as tactile and fun to fire as possible. So when you're plowing into the surface of those asteroids, it'll be hopefully a really fun experience, and also one that, because of the unique placement of that hardpoint right next to the cockpit, in VR and in headlock, you're going to be able to look to your side, you're going to be able to see that hardpoint deploy, retract, but also, more importantly, fire, and that, from our early tests, is quite an impressive visual from the cockpit.
I'm sure that people are going to be really excited to get their hands on this. I mean, yeah, the design is absolutely stunning, and I'm sure those in the chat are going to be very, very excited for this. Just lastly on the design, is there anything else we can point to design-wise with the Type 11?
So just in general, again, it's kind of got that very industrial kind of rugged feel. And I will say that I think that on most days, that's probably my favorite type of spaceship. That kind of ship that feels a little bit grimy, crunchy, it's got a lot of character to it.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely what we wanted to achieve with this ship, something that maybe certainly isn't as sleek as the Corsair or as smooth as the Panther, but definitely has a lot of character to it, and I think that's what we're going for with this ship.
I love it, I absolutely do. But I think for the commanders, I'm going to ask the most important question now that you've seen the Type 11. What if you don't like yellow?
Well, who doesn't like yellow?
I mean, I love it.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But for those who perhaps just want to change, or again find that banana yellow is not what they want to be flying around the galaxy in, I'm currently working, as we always do, on a range of cosmetics for this, including ship kits, and also including paint jobs and pattern designs and all that sort of stuff. We've not got any of those to show today, but we have got just a few quick colour tests to show how the ship looks in some different colours. In this case, nice crimson red there, which I think is kind of cool. And also, I think we've got a slate grey kind of version there, which looks almost tactical, which is kind of fun as well. So what I like about this ship in particular, for some reason, is that swapping the paint job out really changes the character of the ship.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can go from different looks with those in there. So we'll definitely be working on some different patterns and colours for this, as well as material responses and all of that sort of stuff, to try and give the player the option of styling the ship in the way that they want to.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for grey, so I absolutely love that. Okay, the real important question then, Chris, when will the Type 11 Prospector be available?
So we don't have an exact date just yet, but I can say that it will be out this autumn.
Fantastic stuff. Well, thank you so much for coming on again this evening. Really, really appreciate your time, and thank you so much for bringing the Type 11 Prospector to the table. It looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm sure the chat is absolutely loving that. But that isn't the only thing that is coming to Elite Dangerous soon. The Vanguards update is also on its way. And we can confirm to you that the free update will be in your hands in late August. I think we alluded to it being maybe early August before, but we just need a little bit more time in polishing it, but it will be with you very, very soon. For now, though, let's take a look again at the Panther Clipper Mark II. So there we go, the Panther Clipper Mark II, and before that, the reveal of the Type 11 Prospector. Really exciting stuff for the commanders in the chat. You got first today. You're very welcome. Now, on to Planet Coaster 2. So a few weeks ago, we released the summer trailer for Planet Coaster 2 alongside a very handy-dandy welcome video to give you guys a top level, like a guide on how to play the game. So either if you're dipping your toes back into Planet Coaster 2 or you're new to the game, this is available on the Planet Coaster YouTube channel. But now, let's have a quick look at that summer trailer again before we tell you something new. There you go, that is the summer trailer for Planet Coaster 2. I love that one. Can't imagine why. Anyway, how about something new for Planet Coaster 2 players in the chat? So here is Rich from the development team to tell you a little bit more about a new feature coming in the next free update for Planet Coaster 2.
Hi everyone, I'm Rich Newbold, Game Director on Planet Coaster 2. We're busy working on some new content, but I thought I'd swing by and give you some more information about a new feature coming in our next free update. I'm excited to say that Challenge Mode will be coming to Planet Coaster 2. Challenge Mode is going to bring a different dynamic to the game and test your ability to run a successful theme park. Complete challenges and get cash rewards that will allow you to continue to level up your park. And as you increase your park rating, you'll be encountering even tougher challenges as you go. You'll find challenge mode in the main menu. Select either a flat sandbox biome or one of our career template levels that we've been adding in our previous updates. Then select your difficulty level. There's 3 difficulties to choose from: easy, medium and hard. Easy will make completing tasks a little less challenging, reducing certain things like guest needs and sunburn. Whereas the hardest difficulty is quite the opposite, with less cash to start with and an increase in management requirements like fair pay for staff. Name your park and get stuck in. Now you may have clicked easy difficulty, but you didn't think we'd make it that easy, did you? You're going to be greeted first with an empty park with lots of guests eager to come in, so best get to work. In the top left of the screen you'll see your starting challenges, and in the bottom left of the screen you'll see how much money you have to start building your park with. Each challenge will reward you once it's completed. You can see here that building a pool with at least one changing room is going to secure you a nice tidy sum. Completing challenges will make the task of building a successful park even easier. However, you don't have to complete them, you can simply discard them and move on. As your park gets bigger and your park rating gets even higher, the challenges will get harder. Here you can see that you need to build a new coaster with at least 8 airtime moments and an average speed of at least 9.3 miles per hour. The reward is a lot more lucrative though. And this next challenge, have an average guest thirst need above 63% while maintaining at least 800 guests in my park. I could discard it, but that reward is looking very tempting. We know this is going to be a great way to play Planet Coaster 2 and we're excited to bring it to you as part of our next free update. Keep your eyes peeled on our socials as we work on not just this free update, but exciting new content too. I'll see you soon.
So there you go, something new coming to Planet Coaster 2 in the next free update. But as Rich alluded to, there is more to come. So stay tuned to Planet Coaster's social channels and the YouTube channel and Frontier Unlocked to find out more in the future as and when it happens. But now it's time for the giveaway, because we know you love giveaways. If you're watching on Twitch, twitch.tv/Frontier, get in the chat right now because we've got some cool stuff to give away. We have got, for the elite fans, the commanders in the house, we have one of these lovely elite beanies. We also have, it's under my sofa, hang on a second, an elite mouse pad. Make sure I get this the right way around. Is that right? Is that upside down? I think we're okay. There you go. Elite mouse pad, that could be yours. As well as we have, for the Planet Zoo players, this lovely LP of You, Me and Other Animals, the soundtrack to Planet Zoo. That is part of it as well. As well as, don't keep stopping, I've got so many props. We have the Logitech G502X mouse for your PC. And one of 2 flavors of controller. We have a lovely purple Xbox Series X or S controller, as well as a, is this blue? Blue. What's the colour name of this specifically? I can't even remember. A blue DualSense, so you can win either of these. So if you are the winner and you get whispered, just let us know which flavour of controller you would like. So these are available as part of the giveaway. You need to be on Twitch, so twitch.tv/Frontier. And if you do want to enter, please head to frontier.co.uk/legal for all the T's and C's about entering these giveaways, geographical restrictions apply, etc., etc. It's over there. But if you're in the chat on Twitch, we need to see !Lakon, L-A-K-O-N, !Lakon, which is the manufacturer of the Type 11 Prospector. If you were paying attention, there will be a test. So that's what's available in this month's giveaway. So please jump over to Twitch if you would like to enter and grab a bunch of these goodies. I've now scattered all around me. Look, you can still see it in shot. I'm going to put this down here now. But while you guys are all entering, if you're over on Twitch, I'm going to do some waffle about Planet Zoo Console Edition, because we're just under a week away from the Americas and Asia pack being available for our console players. And you can journey through the most biodiverse continents and explore the wilds of the Americas, or uncover the beauty of Asia, where you will encounter 14 incredible species that will bring extra wonder to your zoos. And to name a couple of the animals in this pack, we've got the coyote, the ocelots, the bush dog, the bighorn sheep, the Japanese raccoon dog, and the lion-tailed macaque. And this bundle also contains more than 180 scenery pieces and 2 new campaign scenarios, with Dominic Myers needing help in 2 areas of the world, in Mexico and in South Korea. And so that is the Americas and Asia bundle coming to Planet Zoo Console Edition on Tuesday, the 5th of August. Very, very exciting stuff for the Planet Zoo players in the chat. Hopefully you've all put your ! Lakons in the chat, L-A-K-O-N. Because I think you've just about run out of time to enter the giveaway, I believe. Okay, so on to some more stuff. I know that it's been in the chat a lot. We've left it long enough. It's time for Jurassic World Evolution 3. It's been a pretty busy month as we've brought you 2 dinosaur showcases and 2 feature focuses. And if you've missed any of these so far, you can go to the Jurassic World Evolution YouTube channel to watch them back, or you can go to jurassicworldevolution.com. But there is so much more to see ahead of the game's launch this October. And keep your eyes peeled for more information and more feature focuses in the next month. We've got one coming for terrain tools and one coming for the new modular building in Jurassic World Evolution 3. And the already available, you can look at the feature focuses on the breeding programs and also on family units. So another thing we shared over the last couple of weeks are 2 dinosaur showcases, the Lokiceratops and the Utahraptor. And to say that these 2 have gone down incredibly well with the community is pretty much an understatement. You guys have absolutely loved them and we've loved seeing the reaction to them. And as a little recap, here is the dinosaur showcase on the Lokiceratops. Meet the Lokiceratops, one of the most spectacular horned dinosaurs you can add to your park. With its huge, colourful frill and curved horns, this recently discovered ceratopsian is guaranteed to be a guest favourite. Watch them show off. These social dinosaurs display fascinating territorial behaviours that guests love to observe. They thrive in small groups and can share space with other peaceful herbivores. Just provide plenty of room and vegetation. Powerful, distinct, unmissable. The Lokiceratops is a captivating headline attraction for any new park. A rather familiar voice narrating the Lokiceratops there, but who's for some more stuff? So earlier this week, I had a chance to catch up with a senior concept artist, Emma, and what it was like bringing the Lokiceratops and the Utahraptor back to life. So Emma, welcome to the Frontier Unlocked sofas. If people don't know who you are, would you mind introducing yourself and telling people what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I'm the senior concept artist on Jurassic World Evolution 3. I also worked on Jurassic World Evolution 2. And I get to oversee the designs of all of our lovely dinosaurs.
So you're part of the team that actually design these creatures, bring them to the game, bring them to life with information from paleontologists and Universal as well.
Yeah, exactly. So once we get that species name that we're going to add into the game, we jump straight into research to begin with. I like looking at the skeleton, the fossil. Do we have any cool fossilized material to work with? Do we need to maybe use fossil evidence from other species? And keeping in mind all that research, we also balance it thinking about how can we imagine this animal? What would this animal look like in the Jurassic World franchise?
Yeah. So let's kick things off with the Utahraptor that we revealed a couple of weeks ago. People were very excited to see this guy back again. Can you just tell us about the Utahraptor, like as a whole, what players can expect?
Yeah, so the Utahraptor is a dromaeosaurid. So that's the same family as Velociraptor. And from that family, they were the biggest. So in their environment in the early Cretaceous, they were the apex predator. And they were particularly robust and quite heavy for a dromaeosaur. And they had to be because they were hunting ankylosaurids.
Blimey, that's a big boy to chew through, absolutely. Yeah. So dimorphism is a huge part of Jurassic World Evolution 3. So can you tell us about what differences the male and the female Utahraptors have?
Yeah, sure. So now the Jurassic World Evolution 3, we have males and females. Until now, we only had females. So the differences with the Utahraptor, we went for something quite naturalistic and a little bit subtle, but once you train your eye to see it, you'll feel like a really accomplished ranger. So the male is a little bit more robust, a little bit, it's got a slightly bigger crest on the head, a little bit larger body, while the female is a little bit more slim, and the male also has a slightly different pattern as well. It's got a really cool line going down the neck.
You've got the males, you've got the females, but you've also got the juveniles. So how do they compare when you're designing those?
Yeah, well, the juvenile it's like designing another dinosaur. It's the same amount of work, and we usually have way less fossil evidence to work with, so we have to supplement a lot of it looking at real life animals and how we have to look at a lot of baby animals essentially. So we look at, say, baby birds and how much the skull in particular changes quite a lot as they grow up. And using that science, we end up with really cute babies.
So it's not just artistic license to make them look really, really cute and adorable. There's genuine science behind how they look.
The science makes them extra cute.
That's so cool. So with obviously breeding in the game and the juveniles with their adult parents, what kind of traits can you see being passed down?
Well, just like in nature, you know, if you've got a beautiful herd of your red Utahraptors, the juveniles are also going to be carrying on that trait and look like their parents, and they're going to be red as well.
So feathers are a big part of the Utahraptor's design. It's very, very distinctive. Did you have real world evidence of the feathers that they have in the game?
Yeah, well, we have a lot of fossils showing us that dromaeosaurs had feathers. We don't have any for the Utahraptor yet, but we do have them for related species, and we can even see on those species that on the arm there's little holes for the quill knobs, where the feathers would have come out of, and we wanted to make sure we got that shape right because it's quite a particular type of wing. They couldn't quite use it to fly.
So even though the Utahraptors, obviously it's a predator, it's carnivorous, but when you've got them in your parks, your herds, they are quite family oriented.
Yeah, they are, and we even have fossil evidence for this. We've got fossils of the whole family of the adult with the juvenile, and they're eating their little hunted dinosaur that they had, and they're just all a family unit. You don't want to separate them in your park.
Absolutely not. So one of the other dinosaurs that we revealed was the Lokiceratops, and I think that one has gone down pretty well with prospective players. Can you tell us more about the Lokiceratops itself?
Yeah, so the Lokiceratops is a ceratopsian, and it's been a while since we've had a new one in the game, so this was really our chance to put a lot of love and energy into this one, make it the best it can be. We looked at a lot of fossil evidence, even for the skin, even on the materials on the Lokiceratops itself. We looked at fossilized skin impression from other ceratopsians to really add in those extra science details.
Speaking of details, again, we have the dimorphism in Jurassic World Evolution 3. How do the male and the females differ?
Yeah, so the Lokiceratops, I'd say, is an example of quite prominent dimorphism. So the male and female have slightly different crests, and even in the fossil itself is a really cool skull. It's almost complete, and you can see how asymmetrical it is. And we represented that in the game as well. So the male and female both have slightly asymmetrical crests with that little bit of lovely natural wonkiness that really makes them feel alive.
Yeah, and of course you've got the juveniles as well. How are they to design and compare to the adults?
Well, the juvenile, we do actually have skulls of juvenile ceratopsians, and they're really adorable, and they also have quite a different head shape, which was interesting. They've got really big eyes, like they've not quite grown into their crest yet. So that was really fun to reference, and I think our final juveniles are so cute. I think they're one of my favourites.
That's amazing. So the moral of the story is for the Lokiceratops and the Utahraptor, science is quite simply cute.
Yes.
and I think people are going to be really, really excited to get them in their parks. Emma, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us your insight onto designing these dinosaurs. Thank you for taking the time. Really, really do appreciate it. And if you want to see more of these dino showcases, then please stay tuned to the Jurassic World Evolution 3 YouTube channel. But for now, we're going to take a look at that gameplay trailer once again.
Welcome to the Dinosaur Integration Network, or DIN for short. Our organization brings groundbreaking, sustainable breeding programs to a global clientele of demanding site owners. We are taking paleo-curation into exciting new territory. Where previous pioneers exclusively synthesized female dinosaurs, we are also creating males. These animals aren't assets to us, but the beginning of a new evolution. And do keep an eye on the young dinosaurs. They can inherit more than just appearances. Every site must be a perfect balance of security and spectacle. Protecting our guests is crucial, but so is inspiring the next generation. As with any project of this scale, not everything will go according to plan. As the park manager, you'll also need to assess emerging situations and get them under control. It won't be easy, but that's why we're hiring the best. DIN is here to make a difference. Now, I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but please...
Caution, gate opening.
This is your first and final warning. DIN must not continue.
So there you go, a closer look into the Utah Raptor and the Lokiceratops, two fantastic species you'll get your hands on when the Jurassic World Evolution 3 releases in October. If you want to catch up with the previous feature focuses and dino showcases, you can do so over on the Jurassic World Evolution YouTube channel, and I know you're clamoring for more stuff, but stay tuned for more feature focuses and more dino showcases in the coming weeks. Okay, let's do the giveaway. So hopefully you've all been entering over on Twitch, and we do have a winner, and it is Redoubtable TM. So please keep an eye out for a whisper from the official Frontier account and let us know which of these you would like as part of your bundle. The Xbox controller or the PlayStation controller. Make sure I had them in the right hands for that one. Well, there we go. That is it from us this month. Thank you all so much for joining today. If you did miss any of the stream, because we did catch you out, Commanders, we put you first this time, you can catch up over on the Frontier YouTube channel. And please keep your eyes locked to our socials for all things Planet Coaster 2, Elite Dangerous, and Jurassic World Evolution 3. Keep tripping over that in the coming weeks. We are going to be back next month on Wednesday, August the 27th at 6 p.m. UK time. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Take care, and we'll see you then.